Ladakh for the first time has seen deadly violence that led to the killing of 4 innocent civilians and more than 90 being injured. Among them, more than 30 are the security personnel both from the Ladakh police as well as the CRPF. On Wednesday morning at around 11:30 am, suddenly the hunger strike where the protesters had gathered turned violent and attacked the BJP headquarters here in Leh, apart from the Ladakh Hill Development Council autonomous body, and a lot of CRPF and police vehicles were also gutted. But what has led to this violence and what has led to the sustained hunger strike and protests happening here in Ladakh? Well, we'll have to go into the history. It all began on 5th August 2019 when the Government of India decided inside the Parliament and the Legislature that there needs to be nullification of Article 370 from Jammu and Kashmir as well as Ladakh. Ladakh at that time was a part of the Jammu and Kashmir state, but both Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh were then carved out into two different union territories that was established on the 31st of October in 2019. Ever since that time, while there were celebrations among the youth here in Ladakh and the entire population because they said that they were being subjugated at the hands of the Kashmiri politicians and Ladakh was not given the top priority at all in the government or outside the government. But slowly and steadily, there was a resentment that Ladakh was merely a union territory and not a state. And there was a lieutenant governor that was appointed by New Delhi. So many of the rights and many of the important things that were here the power were given completely to the lieutenant governor instead of the local people or the local power center. So there was a demand not just for a statehood, a sustained campaign, but also a demand for the 6th schedule that could give reservations and protection of the land and jobs for the local people here in Ladakh. The language issue also became very predominant with different languages that were demanded be part of the official designation here in Ladakh. So two organizations, the Leh Apex body and the Kargil organization that came in to being here, and they demanded that these demands need to be met by the Modi government. Ever since last few years, there has been conversation and there have been dialogue with a high-powered committee that has been established by the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Government of India. But even as the hunger strike and the protests continued here and the dialogue was continuing, the next state of dialogue was decided to be held on the 6th of October. But still, suddenly, some outside elements came inside this protest and led to a massive violence. Now only fate will tell what will be the next course of action for the government here in Ladakh. Certainly there will be a political dialogue that continues, but this violence has vitiated the atmosphere with a complete shutdown and also a curfew-like situation. Will the perpetrators of the violence now be captured, and how long will it take for Ladakh and the people of Ladakh be given their land, jobs and also their rights that they duly demand?